The charity gala was meant to be a celebration, our company's most anticipated night of the year. My wife, Lauren, had poured herself into planning every detail, and she looked breathtaking in a deep red gown that drew every gaze in the room. I wanted to feel nothing but pride. But as the evening unfolded, something in her expression unsettled me. It wasn't joy, it was a glimmer of exhilaration, the kind that comes from keeping a secret. I tried to ignore it, focusing instead on speeches, sponsors, and polite laughter. I had no way of knowing that before the night ended, everything I believed about my marriage would come apart. It began with small gestures, a hand resting a little too long on someone's arm, laughter that lingered too much, her glass of wine always angled toward him. Ethan Cole. I knew him too well. He was slick, calculating, with that brand of charm that hides malice beneath a smile. We had crossed paths before, competitors bidding on the same contracts. I'd beaten him more than once, and he never forgave it. So when I caught him leaning close to Lauren, whispering something that made her blush while his eyes flicked toward me, I understood. This wasn't coincidence. It was strategy. He wasn't seducing my wife, he was using her as a weapon. And Lauren, basking in the attention, didn't realize she was being used. By mid-evening, the tension was thick enough to feel. Conversations hushed when I passed. Pitying looks followed me. Lauren, lost in her own denial, kept feeding Ethan's performance. I stood there, drink in hand, playing the part of the composed husband while watching the foundations of my life crack open. Then came the moment that finished it all. The host invited Ethan on stage to speak. He smiled, threw a wink in Lauren's direction, and stepped up to the microphone. His voice was smooth as silk as he thanked sponsors and praised the event. Then, with deliberate cruelty, he shifted tone. There are a few people here tonight, he said, his eyes locking on Lauren, who've given me incredible support, both professionally and personally. Laughter rippled through the crowd, oblivious to the poison laced in his words. Lauren went pale. I didn't move. I just let the silence sharpen around us. He had exposed her, not to claim her, but to destroy her and humiliate me in one stroke. When he finished, I walked calmly up to the stage. The room held its breath. I took the microphone from his hand, smiled, and said, "Thank you, Ethan, for reminding everyone here how vital integrity really is. Tonight's contributions will help us rebuild something far stronger than pride, something you clearly know nothing about." For a heartbeat, no one reacted. Then the applause began, quiet, uncertain, and swelled until it filled the hall. Ethan's smug grin disappeared, and Lauren's tears shimmered beneath the bright lights. I set the microphone down, glanced at them one last time, and walked away. Outside, Lauren ran after me. "Michael, please, it's not what it looks like," she sobbed, her voice shaking, her makeup smudged. "He said he could help my career. I was just..." I stopped her mid-sentence. "You weren't helping your career," I said softly. "You were helping his revenge." She stared at me, bewildered. "Revenge?" I nodded. "You were his weapon, Lauren. He never cared about you. He just wanted to hurt me." Her face crumpled as the truth sank in. The shock, the pain, the realization that she had never been loved, only used, washed over her. I didn't shout or curse. I simply said, "You gave him exactly what he wanted. And now, you've lost everything that mattered." She clung to my arm, pleading through her tears, but I gently pulled away. That night, I packed my things. As I closed the door behind me, her sobs echoed through the house, the last sound of a marriage built on deception. The aftermath was ruthless. Photos of Ethan and Lauren spread online. Within days, his image shattered. Investors withdrew, clients vanished, and soon his company collapsed. Lauren kept trying to contact me. Calls, voicemails, letters full of apologies and desperation, but I never answered. I didn't need vengeance anymore. Watching her face the consequences was justice enough. She had become collateral damage in Ethan's scheme, and it destroyed them both. Months later, I attended another charity gala. Same venue, same chandeliers, but I wasn't the same man. People admired not just my success, but how calmly I'd weathered betrayal. "You handled everything with grace," someone told me. I smiled. When you stop chasing revenge, life hands it to you anyway. And it was true. I never had to destroy them. They did that themselves. I later heard Lauren moved away, living quietly, her once glamorous world reduced to regret and silence. She had gambled with deceit and lost everything. Ethan wasn't any better. Bankruptcy was the final chapter of his downfall. In the end, I didn't just survive their betrayal, I transcended it. Because the greatest revenge isn't fury or ruin. It's success, serenity, and walking away without looking back.